Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Tarot to a T. I'm Mason, and I'm going to do a June 2022 reading for the sign of Libra. Hope you're well out there, and thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you are returning, you're a rock star. And I really, really appreciate you coming back. If you want to go ahead and like the video, share it, whatnot, help me out with algorithms, that would be much appreciated. But we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. I'm not going to get too bogged down with that at the moment. So know what you come here to see, Libra. This is for June. Can you believe it's June? I hope the last few months have treated you well. We're going to look at a situation you're dealing with. And then we're going to ask what kind of complications are going on in that situation. That's for my benefit. You already know. And then we're going to ask for cards of advice. And that's really the icing on the cake. So let's get started. Okay, need just a little bit more space here. I'm going to move these over. I tend to go off the side of the camera, and I apologize if that's happened in the past. I'm trying to get better at it. So we'll slide the little cards over, and we won't catch them on fire. Okay, let's see what's going on with Libra. 4 of clubs. So we had something going on with your stability here. Oh, Queen of Hearts. Jack of Spades. Okay. This Jack of Spades might have caused some problems with your stability, because this is usually the card of balance and everything being stable in your mind, also in business. But the Jack of Spades honestly can be trouble. This is a young, kind of young, I say immature energy. It doesn't have to be immature, but less experienced, you know, younger person. Or it could be somebody embodying that. It could be you. Could be you, honestly, Libra. Queen of Hearts. Quite a different story. She's got some class about her. She's a lady with experience. She can be a great mentor, teacher. She can be a strong wife figure, parent figure. Very strong, positive female energy, though. It's possible that this could be you. Although, honestly, this is a water sign. It can be a water sign. Let me clarify that. It can be a water sign. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Or it could be you. You could have that in your chart. And it could be that this young Jack energy upset you. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting like this flurry of information right now. This Jack energy like upset your balance, because you're usually this very composed, kind of in control. You could be female. You don't have to be, but you represent like the mothering figure in the family, the more nurturing side. 5 of Hearts. This definitely had to do with some close relationship, and some changes came in that caused some kind of separation. And I think that's very much in line with this things being off balance. You know what I mean? So give me a little bit more information. That's kind of like, in my mind, repeating what we just kind of went over. Oh, 2 of clubs. Okay. So this could have been some kind of partnership. This is, 2s are generally like represent some kind of harmony or balance again. But in this sense, there needed to be some kind of communication. Or clarifying of some communication. This Jack of Spades figure, whoever this is represented by this, could have been very sloppy with their words. Let the cat out of the bag kind of thing. Didn't think before they spoke. You know what I mean? Along those lines. And it led to a breakdown in some kind of communication. By the way, this Jack of Spades could be you. This could be an air sign. Or it could be another Libra, or a Gemini, or Aquarius. It's possible, Libra, that you said something to upset the balance. I'm going to flip it here for a second. I like to think of the person that I'm reading for, or the sign I'm reading for, is represented by the highest regarded card. But you know what? It could be you that kind of spoke out of turn, and due to lack of experience, you know, a flash of immature energy kind of overtook you, possessed you like a demon. I don't know, and it upsets some stability here and brought on some changes where communication needs to come into play to fix it. Yeah, you might have upset this water sign. 8 of Hearts. So things are moving ahead at the moment. Again, we're looking at hearts, so we're looking at matters of the heart, okay? Interestingly enough, this is the social butterfly card. This is about having fun and hanging out with family and friends, and everything's peachy peachy. You know what? This might have led to some kind of change in your social life. Just because some changes came in. Because again, we had this 5 of Hearts, right? Huh. I'm not quite getting the connection with the 8 of Hearts. If it means something to you, then you take it. But if it doesn't, flick it, flick it, flick it. It's also the card of meeting somebody new. It's possible that you have met somebody new as a consequence of these changes and this communication breakdown. It's just like it's kind of like the universe is dealing you a side story, though. Kind of like you have all this crap going on here, right? But here's this new person. Because all this happened, you met this new person. Like it was drawn into your life. If you're following my train of thought with that. Let's look at your complications. 3 of Hearts, third party. Yep, you met somebody new. 10 of Clubs. This is actually the card of good news, ending some kind of cycle. 6 of Diamonds. This is about new opportunities, new doorways. Because it's diamonds / pentacles, it's also about taking some kind of financial responsibility. You could even be paying off debt or coming up with a new budget or business plan, that kind of thing. So it's opened up some new possibilities. And you've ended, like I said, this is a very positive end of cycle card. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words here. This also has to do with travel. It doesn't mean you're physically traveling somewhere, but if you are, it's for a good reason. It can also mean traveling in your mental space, your emotional space. Like you're traveling from one feeling to another, for example. Because this 3 of Hearts, I think we kind of saw that something came up here, Libra, where you met like this new person. Now, this new person doesn't have to be a romantic connection, at least not right now. But they could be representing that down the line, so keep that in mind. That was the 8 of Hearts, okay? But this is the card of third parties. Just like a third element has come into the mix. And with this, there's a little bit of indecision because you're kind of caught between two people. Maybe you're wondering if you should go back to whatever this was, whoever this Queen of Hearts is. The person who probably provided a lot of nurture and care for you at some point in time. And the balance is, I'm just seeing the balance is like, it's been upset. It's been kind of tore up, at least momentarily. It doesn't mean it's permanent. Oh, 6 of Hearts. So we get another 6. You see how the 6 of Diamonds and the 6 of Hearts? This is definitely about choices and new opportunities, things that weren't going to come into play unless all these other changes happened. You see where I'm getting? So this is actually about meeting some kind of compromise or making some kind of compromise to bring back harmony and peace. It's actually the new pathways are clear in the realm of relationships, because it is the hearts. You have a lot of hearts coming out. So I'm seeing this as very much a personal relationship, someone who's close to you, not so much a coworker. Could be a friend. Jack of Diamonds. Again, we have kind of this young, less experienced energy. We're not going to say immature. In the realm of diamonds, it can have something to do with finances. But this is generally about you receiving some kind of news or message, and it's very neutral. It could be positive or negative. It's just saying that this is kind of popped out. This could represent a person, or it could just be some kind of energy involved in this. Yeah. Again, I'm left with these 2 cards on the end that I'm just not sure how they tie. The rest ties in very nicely and beautifully. It's an element of surprise to me. It may not be to you. Let's get one more card. What the heck? Right, you got a minute, right? Oh, King of Hearts. Somebody took control here. Somebody took control here. I think this is probably you, because I think this Queen of Hearts got left behind. I'm just picking that up. Take it. It could be the other way around, but take it how it fits. I like to see my kings as, again, the person that kind of takes control. They have the final word. Like the queen is kind of the motherly, matronly figure. Someone who has a lot of common sense, who's very nurturing and loving. This is the very fatherly figure. It's very interesting that came out in your complications. I think that's you. That could be your inner conflict. Yeah. Like you're feeling maybe a little conflicted about this because you have this indecision here, for sure. And with all these 6s, there's so many ways this could go. The Jack of Diamonds, I think, is just kind of, I don't think it's a person. I think it's an energy that you're dealing with, like new possibilities. You know, I said the Jack of Diamonds can represent somebody bringing a message of some sort. It could be just the message that you have a lot of choices. And you get to choose, ultimately, how it works out. You could go back to this person, or you could go forward. I think that's kind of where you're stuck. We're going to look at your advice to clarify. The 9 of Spades. 10 of Diamonds. Nice. Another completing of a cycle. And the 7 of Diamonds. Okay. The 9 of Spades is a little bit darker energy than we're dealing with here. So in the realm of advice, I tend to think of it, this is where you're starting and this is how you get to where you want to be. So just keep that in mind as I read this. This is a place of disappointment. It's the downer card. To be blunt, it's a downer card. Real downer. Dissatisfaction, loss. changes having to happen at a necessity, like being forced upon you. Not a very comfortable energy. But the 9 does indicate that that's over. Whatever transpired, which I think was back here, it's done. The disappointment is done. The 10 of diamonds, like I said, this is about completing a cycle. Interestingly, it can represent some kind of prosperity, success, but I think it's advising you to let me think about this for a second. You know how they always say that you should be thankful for what you have? This is the card of abundance and success and prosperity in general. It's not necessarily money, but I think it's asking you to leave this disappointment behind because it's done and embody this as a success and be thankful for where you're at. That might be for a very specific situation, but it's kind of like cut your losses, but it's actually more positive than just cut your losses. It's taking stock of what you have in front of you and saying, I didn't lose anything here because I have so much. I have this kingdom. The 7 of diamonds, this is about the experience you're going through. And you could be tempted to, I don't know, lavish yourself with some treats. I keep hearing treats, but treats sounds like, dog biscuits. No, not dog biscuits. Like things you would really enjoy. I don't know, spending money on clothes, spending money on going to a spa, for example. Kind of stuff that would be nice, but they're not necessities. You catch my drift with that? Or buying expensive whiskey when you usually drink cheaper whiskey, not bottom of the barrel whiskey, but kind of treating yourself well. This is advising you to be careful with your spending. That's where I'm going with this. Don't be taking unnecessary gambles or risks. Oh, again, the card of completion. We do have the 10 of spades. This was a loss for you. This is almost as bad as the tower moment. Perhaps, like I said earlier, you're trying to decide whether to go back to this person, this Queen of Hearts. I almost feel like the cards are giving you advice and saying, cut it loose. Mourn it. This is the card of mourning. Literally, somebody could have died, but I don't think that's the case here. It's a relationship has died. A emotional existence you've been living has died. It's completely changed. It's transformed. Death is really transformation. And it's ended some kind of major cycle, because again you have this 10. Oh, that just popped out. Yeah. And we have a 5. This is about necessary changes. This is about needing things to change. Heck yeah. I think, Libra, you were stuck in a space of being indecisive. The 3 of Hearts, remember? Being indecisive, not knowing which way to go. You met this new person. You had this falling out. No, now the picture's pretty clear to me. Totally. This is all closed out. You have 10, 10, 9. These are like total cards of completion. It's emphasizing that. And then here is the need for major change. Like a complete change in your lifestyle. It's also the end of a journey. Yeah, honestly, I think you're getting a message. If you were sitting on the fence, I think for somebody out there, this is saying move on. Cut these losses. Remember, I kind of hinted around that and I wasn't sure if it meant that, but yeah, it's definitely saying that. It's pushing you in that direction. Now, you do have free will. Do not take this as like, oh, the tarot card reader said, I definitely must do this. No. No, 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 no. But if you were going to read the cards that way, it's giving somebody a very clear answer. If somebody's sitting on the fence. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there, Libra. That was quite a eyeful. That was a lot. Wow. I don't see you being in a dark place. I just kind of see you being in a kind of in a place of indecision, but you got very positive elements with meeting somebody new and the King of Hearts. It's very nice energy. You just kind of have to let it go, though. Mourn the loss of it. Go through the transformation of letting go of this person. And in the process, you want to be careful. You don't over indulge yourself. Possibly you have a leaning towards that, and the cards came out to tell you, be careful of that. Keep it in check. Okay. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. That'll give you the notification on the next video. And thank you for being here, and I will see you again soon. Take care.